Hello everyone, Soulflame here. I had someone ask me another question, this one about how to keybind, so this video will be about how and why you should keybind. In case you didn't know, keybinding is simply assigning a key to perform a certain action within the game so that you can press a button to perform an action instead of clicking on the button. Keybinding isn't strictly speaking necessary to play well, but it is quite helpful, especially if you intend to do any higher level content. And if you're just starting out, there's no reason not to learn how to keybind, since by its very nature, keybinding is faster than clicking. The default location of your movement keys is WASD. These keys are probably the most conveniently located for your movement keys, so I recommend that you just leave them as they are. The red zone here, of course, represents your movement keys. The blue zone represents the area where you'll want most of your non-movement keybinds to go. This area is the closest to your movement keys, so you'll have to move your hand the least amount of space in order to reach these keys. You'll want to take advantage of the conveniently located modifier keys, Shift, Control, and Alt, in order to expand the number of keybinds you can fit into this area. Okay, now you know which buttons you'll be binding on your keyboard, but how do you do that in the game? There are two ways you can do this. One uses add-ons, one does not. I highly recommend that you use an add-on like Bartender or a similar add-on in order to do your key bindings. However, on the off chance that you don't like add-ons or you simply don't have one, I will show you the default way first. At this point in the video, I have opened up the game menu and then clicked on action bars. I'm making sure that all of my action bars are showing up. Unfortunately, the first time through, I forgot to make my empty action bars show up, so I'm missing a couple. I simply head back into the settings and fix that there. Okay, so assuming you've already done that, in order to access the default keybinds, you're going to open the game menu and click Keybindings. It's one of the options in the menu. Once you've done that, you'll see a list of all the different options on the side. The one we're most interested in right now is Action Bar, so click on that one, and you should have quite a long list of all of the available keybinds for your action bars. If at any point you need to remove a keybind, you can click on it and then simply click the Unbind Key button at the bottom. To bind a key, simply click the slot you want to bind. It should turn yellow, and then you'll press the button on your keyboard you want that slot to be bound to. Your default action bar is Action Bar 1, and it will probably be filled in already with the numbers 1 through 10 and the plus and minus signs on the top row of your keyboard. If that isn't already filled in, you can simply manually go in and click each button to fill those in. When you place spells on your newly keybound action bar, don't forget that the numbers 6 through 12 will be harder to reach than the numbers 1 through 5 on a default keyboard layout. So be sure to place numbers 1 through 5 as spells or abilities that you're going to use most frequently. Okay, so that's how you keybind the default action bar. To reach your other action bars, click Multi-Action Bar, and that will bring up a list of all of the secondary action bars. They keybind in exactly the same way. It's a bit of an involved process to keybind all of your keys. Fortunately, you only have to do it once, and it will automatically save across all of your characters, assuming that you don't click the checkbox which says character-specific keybinds. If you do check that checkbox, then any keybinds that you do will be for that specific character only and will not save over to your other characters. Okay, as promised, the second easier way to do it is an add-on like Bartender 4. In Bartender, simply bring up your Bartender options menu. There will be a red button that says Keybindings across the top. While in keybinding mode, everything is centered around your mouse pointer, which makes everything very intuitive. When you hover over a button with your mouse pointer, the key assigned to that button will appear in green. For example, I hovered over the number 8 slot, and the number 8, which is the button I have assigned to it, appeared in green. If you wish to unbind a key, you also hover over it with your mouse, and then simply press Escape, and that will unbind the slot. Finally, to assign keys using key binding mode, you once again simply hover over the button that you want to interact with, and then press the button on your keyboard that you want to assign to that button. In the video at this point, I'm demonstrating assigning keybinds to a previously unbound bar. I'm assigning the numbers control plus 1 through 12 to the bar, and you can see me just moving my mouse down the line as I do each one. Again, you simply mouse over it and then press the appropriate keys. And again, as before, this work is carried out through all of your tunes, unless you click the character-specific key bindings checkbox. When you've finished key binding, simply close the dialog box at the top there, like that, and you can go back to playing the game. If you have questions or comments about this video, you can reach me through this YouTube channel or on my blog. As always, thanks for watching, and I hope this video helped.